the enemy's greatest strategies is not possession. It is agreement. Because he does not need ownership if he can get into agreement with you. And many of us have spent years agreeing with things God never said. We say things like, this is just who I am. Addiction runs in our family. The women in this family, well, they always struggle. The men in this family, they never stay. We've always been angry. We've always been broken. And guys, after hearing it long enough, people stop recognizing these statements as limitations. They start treating them like identity. But words matter. Agreement matters. Because whatever you continually come into agreement with, you will eventually normalize. And whatever you normalize, you stop fighting. That's how captivity survives through generations. Not just through behavior. No, baby. Through identity, through language, through beliefs that become stronger than truth. The enemy knows that if he can get a family to agree with a lie long enough, eventually nobody questions it. They just call it normal. But guys, Jesus never called you to agree with darkness. He never called you to agree with fear. He never called you to agree with dysfunction. He never called you to agree with labels, limitations, and strongholds that may have existed in your bloodline for generations. He called you to be transformed by truth. Romans 12:12 says, to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That means every lie must be confronted by truth. Every false identity must bow to what God says. And every agreement with darkness must be broken. You see, some of you are in warfare right now because God is exposing agreements you didn't know you had. Agreements with fear, agreements with rejection, agreements with shame, agreements with failure, agreements with things that were spoken over you before you ever had a chance to choose for yourself. But today God is inviting you into something new, a new identity, a new language, a new legacy. Because in Christ, you are not required to repeat what ran through your family. You are not required to carry what previous generations carried. You are not required to become what people expected you to become. You get to agree with truth. And truth says you are free. Now, if this resonates with you, I want you to comment, I break agreement. And I'll see you in the next post. Bye, y'all.